Hi, I'm Bob Jeffries, and I'm a family law attorney in Virginia Beach. Every year I get a fair number of calls from people where one or both of the spouses has committed adultery. They want to know, what's the effect of the adultery going to be on the case? And in the majority of these situations, it doesn't have any effect at all. But there are a few situations where it does make a difference. The main one of these is where the wife is asking for spousal support and she has committed adultery. Her adultery can be a complete defense to having to pay spousal support if the husband has good proof of it. If I'm representing the husband in a case like that, I'm going to tell the wife's lawyer that she's not going to get spousal support. There might be a little bit of wiggle room on that if the client wants to pay something just to get rid of the case, but otherwise there's really no reason to pay it. If I'm representing the wife who's committed adultery, then I'm going to be looking at a loophole in Virginia's spousal support statute that permits the court to award spousal support despite the adultery in certain situations. In order for that exception to apply, we have to show that it would be a, quote, manifest injustice to deny spousal support based on the relative degrees of fault of the parties and the difference in their economic circumstances. In order for this exception to apply, the husband has to have been pretty bad, and the difference in economic circumstances has to be pretty big. If the husband has been unfaithful, his misconduct can be a factor in how the property gets divided and how much spousal support he has to pay and for how long. Because there's no waiting requirement when there's been adultery, in rare cases I've used the fact of the adultery in order to get the divorce to go through quicker. But most of the time, the adultery won't make any difference at all. The parties will sign a separation agreement, and the divorce will be granted on the no-fault ground of separation for 1 year if they have kids, or 6 months if they don't. I'm Bob Jeffries. Please watch the disclaimer that's coming up next.